through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, that's all praise, honor, and glorification unto the Most High God, whose name alone is Yahweh, and the name is only God, Son Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world refers to as Jesus Christ. All right, real name is Yahweh Shai, is the Savior of the nation of Israel. So I'm gonna go straight into this, right? This is going into what manner of spirit are you in, man? Right? Because, you know, just addressing certain spirits has been in Israel that a lot of brothers has been exposed to kind of being a spirit of hatred, you know what I mean? A spirit of envy, a spirit of strife, a spirit of jealousy. You know, these spirits have been, you know, identified throughout the nation. And, you know, we all know what happened, you know, the brother so-called getting exposed and all this other stuff, and then how the majority of Israel, you know, reacted to it, right? So that's why I'm going into this, man, through the spirit, right? What manner or spirit are you in, right? Let's get this precept real quick, right? Let's go to the book of Luke. This book of Luke, chapter 9, right? Luke chapter 9, and I'm not going to talk about the situation, but more or less how Israel reacts to certain things. Israel just wants to see blood, man. You know, even like the camp videos, right? If there's somebody getting cut up, somebody just, you know what I mean, if there's a fight breaking out, if it's 1,000 Edomites getting cut up at one time, that's the video that gets a lot of views, right? If there's shouting going on and madness and strife going on, that's the video that gets a lot of attention. I mean, hey, look, our people like to get entertained, man. Our people like to see blood. They want to see, you know, death, destruction. They like this stuff, right? Like the gladiators. You know what I mean? Like the you know, like that back in the ancient world. Why do you think people actually watch the UFC? You know what I mean? They like to watch boxing. They like to watch these things, right? Not because they just like violence, but they like, it's a sport to them, right? So similarly, in the Israelite community, our people's always going for blood. Blood, right? But Yahweh Shah wasn't just about vengeance. He wasn't just about bloodshed, World War III. It's a just balance with the Lord, right? This is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 51. And it came to pass, when the time was come that he should be received up, he steadfastly set his face to go to Jerusalem, and sent messengers before his face, and they went and entered into a village of the Samaritans to make ready for him. And they did not receive him, because his face was as though he would go to Jerusalem. So the Samaritans did not receive Yahweh Shah, even though he wanted to go through to get to Jerusalem. And when his disciples, James and John, saw this, which are also known as in the book of Mark, the sons of thunder, all right? Why? Because of their thunderous personality and mindset, okay? It says, they said, Lord, wilt thou that we command fire to come down from heaven and consume them, even as Elias did? So they asked, hey, Lord, these people are not receiving you through the city. Lord, can we command fire to come down from heaven and destroy and burn these people alive? That's what Israel likes to do. Israel likes to burn people alive on a metaphorical sense. Hey, Israel likes to be entertained. Hey, Israel likes to hate on each other, man. Israel likes to burn each other alive, right? Like the elder priest Sabak says, our people don't have any mercy, man. No mercy, no grace for each other. It's always rebuke. But that's not what Yahweh Shah was about, man. Yahweh Shah, what did he say, man? He said, but he turned and rebuked them and said, ye know not what manner of spirit ye are of. So the Lord said, man, you don't even know what spirit you in right now. right? And Shalom, Shalom, like no other nation come. All praise to the Most High. Lord said, you don't even know what spirit you in right now, man. You want to kill. You want to burn people alive. You want to rebuke and chasten and this and the third. Hey, you don't know what type of spirit you're in, right? What the Lord said, he said, ye know not what manner of spirit ye are of, for the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. And they went to another village. So the Lord said, I am not come to destroy men's life. That's not why I came for. Right? Yes, the Lord is going to come back and destroy man. Yes, we know that. Isaiah 66:15 on down. Revelation chapter 1, verse 7 on down. Revelation chapter 14, verse number 14 on down. Right? Revelations chapter 22, verses 12 on down. We understand these prophecies. But when Yahushua came the first time, his first ministry wasn't about rebuking, right? Burning people alive, right? Crucifying people, no mercy, no grace. That's not what he was about, man. Yahushua was about what? Grace, mercy, and compassion, man. Matthew chapter 23, verses number 23 on down, where he said, ye have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. The Lord said, what about these things in the law? Right? So the moral of the story is we cannot be one-sided, just all go and never break. And when I mean break, I mean what? Getting into the grace and the mercy of the Lord, man. The other side of the Lord. If it wasn't for the Lord's mercies and graces, we wouldn't even be here right now. We wouldn't even be a nation, right? We would have been got rid of a long time ago, during the time of Moses even. The Lord said to Moses, hey, Moses, you know what? Get out my way. I'm finna destroy these Israelites and make unto you a nation. I'm gonna make you a nation, Moses. But Moses pleaded on our behalf. So what if Moses was on that type of time that a lot of you Israelites are on, man? What if Moses was on that type of time? Yeah, Lord, just destroy them. They wicked. Wicked niggas. Wicked nigga, just destroy him, Lord. So if Moses was on that type of time, all of us would have been dead. But no, Moses was on the time of what? The time of the Lord, man. The time of Yahushua. He said, Lord, basically, he pleaded on our behalf, man. You know, we know that account. That's, what is that? Exodus chapter 32, right? Exodus chapter 32. So if Moses was on that type of time, we would not be here right now, man. Right? What if Moses was just like, yeah, they wicked anyway, Lord. Right? Just destroy them, Lord. I hope they die. Right? Not to quote a brother, but hey, you know, you got brothers in Israel wishing death upon other brothers in Israel, man, that believe in Yahushua. You know, that, I mean, you literally have that going on right now. You know, Khan, Shalom, brother June, Khan, all praises, right? This is the book of Exodus chapter 32 and verse number 30. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, ye have sinned a great sin. And now I will go up unto the Lord, peradventure I shall make an atonement for your sin. And Moses returned unto the Lord and said, oh, this people have sinned a great sin, and have made them gods of gold. Yet now if thou forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book, which thou hast written. And the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever have sinned against me, him will I blot out of my book. Now, it's like it says, therefore now go, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, mine angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sin upon them. And the Lord plagued the people because they made the calf which Aaron made. So the point is in this, right, is that Moses was like, instead of saying, I hope you niggas die because you're wicked, right? Instead of him saying that, he said what? I'm going to, you committed a sin. Yes, you did. But I'm going to go up to the Lord and I'm going to make an atonement for your sin, man. That peradventure, the Lord will be forgiving to you. That's the spirit of Yahushua right there, man. right? We forget. We always get so caught up in, hey, Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war, right? And we always get caught up in the judgment precepts. Hey, Isaiah 34 verses 1 on down. The sword of the Lord is bathed in blood. I mean, the Bible literally says that. The Bible get explicit, man. We know that, right? The Bible is rated R, man. We know that. But there's two sides of the coin, man. You got a quarter. There's two sides to the quarter. If you have a penny, there's two sides of a penny. There's heads and there's tails. What about the other side, right? What about the other side? That's an unjust balance, man. What is that? We all know that precept, man, right? Proverbs chapter 11, verse number 1. It says a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. A false balance is abomination, man. So we always want to try to be, and sometimes we may be unbalanced because we're in this flesh, right? We understand that, right? We're not perfect, but we have to strive to be as the Lord is. And the Lord is what? We know indefinitely that the Lord is a just balance. All right. He's not just one way. He's both. Okay. He has a fair and just balance of mercy and also of righteous judgment. Right. We know that. We understand that, the Lord. So this is, and again, I don't want to make this too long, but this is a quick message, man. What manner of spirit are you in, man? Are we in the spirit of mercy and compassion in the last days? Are we all just if you sin one time, if you go off one time, if you breathe wrong, hey, you're getting put to death, man. Right? Is that the spirit of Yahushua? Right? That's not, man. That's not the spirit neither the teachings that the Lord taught, man. Right? I know I quoted it. I'm going to get it, though, real quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse number 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye have done, and not to leave the other undone. So the Lord said, you rather have what did or basically indulged in the judgment. And when you go into this word judgment, is going into righteous justice. Okay, so when you see that word judgment in this verse, is not necessarily going into like the Lord's judgment, is going into righteous justice, right? It says mercy and faith. Where's the mercy at? Where's the faith at? The faith that, hey, guess what? If a brother is overtaken in the sin, that he's going to overcome it. Isn't that what the book of James says? Right? Let's go to the book of James, man. Right? And the thing is that, okay, like the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the chief priests, as we see in the Bible and the New Testament, they weren't all the way off. They were doing certain things correct. And as the Lord says, if your righteousness does not exceed the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees, right? So our righteousness has to exceed their righteousness, meaning that we have to be better than what they are, what they were, right? Better than them. And how can we be better than them? Is by what? Incorporating the mercy, incorporating the compassion, incorporating the other side of the Lord, right? Yahushua, into our what? Into our spirit. This is the book of James chapter 5, and I'm going to give another example, right? This is James chapter 5. It's like James chapter 5, verse number 19. It says, brethren, if any of you do err from the truth, and one convert him, it says, let him know that he which converted the sinner from the error of his way. So the sinner can be what? The sinner can convert from the error of his way. It says, converted the sinner from the error of his way. It says, shall save a soul from death and shall hide a multitude of sins. So that's possible to convert a sinner from the error of his way, man. But nevertheless, let's look at John. Slaki, I want to get this precept as well. John chapter 19, or Slaki 18, right? This is John chapter 18, verse number 9. That the same might be fulfilled which he spake, of them which thou gavest me have I lost none. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, and smote the high priest's servant, and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. So, hey, man, the apostles, man, the apostles were ready to slide for the Lord. Okay? Just like how Jake talks about in his songs that he's ready to slide on his brother, right? He's ready to slide on his brother or for his block, right? For some street cred. He's ready to slide on the ops. Peter was on that same type of time, man. He was ready to slide for the Lord. But what did the Lord say, man? Verse number 11. Then said Yahushua to Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath. He said, put your weapon away, man. Put that sword away. It says, the cup which my Father hath given me, shall I not drink it? So Yahushua said, listen, I got to go through this. I got to deal with this. You're trying to prevent me from going through this. And you're going about it in a way that I don't accept. I don't condone this way you're going about it, man. So Peter was in that rah spirit, man. We ready to fight for the Lord. I'm going to chop your ear off. Hey, this and the third. But the Lord said, put your sword up into your sheath. And even in another account, I believe it's Matthew's account, the Lord healed the servant's ear as well, right? I believe that's Matthew's account, if I'm not mistaken, right? I believe that's Matthew's account, right? Matthew chapter 26, verse number 51. And behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear. Then said Yahushua to him, put up again thy sword into his place, for all that take the sword shall perish with the sword. It says, thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 10 legions of angels? You see that? So Yahushua said, look, man, if it was all about rah and we gonna take this dude's head off, oh man, we gonna crucify this man. Or you went off, or you gonna be put to death, right? If it was all about that, Yahushua said, look, don't you think that I can now pray to my Father, and he's gonna give me 12 legions of angels, and we're gonna take this whole world? Don't you think I can do that? Yahushua said, man, he could do that if he wanted to, right? But he didn't. Because first of all, it was prophesied that he should go through what? He should go through the pain and the suffering and die for the nation of Israel, first of all. And second of all, that's not the whole mission of the Lord. Like I said in the book of Luke chapter 9, like it says, he has not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. So his first ministry wasn't about that. All right. And so again, Yahushua is a just balance. The first ministry was about saving the world. The second is about destroying the things of the world. You understand? And when I say saving the world, I mean the world of Israel. But the second time is the punishments that came with not hearkening to the Lord the first time. All right. If that makes sense. What's another precept on that? Right. I was thinking about through the Spirit. Right. Let me get this account in the book of Luke. Right. But nevertheless, the Lord said, Salaki, it's actually John. The Lord said, all that take up the sword shall die by the sword, man. So we have to examine ourselves. Okay, are we taking up the sword against our brothers, man? Meaning what? Not literally, but spiritually taking up the sword. And this is not the sword meaning, okay, to cut and to build back up. Because the sword of the Lord is obviously the word of the Most High. So we have to make sure if we're cutting up a brother, that we're also using the word of the Lord as a medicine and not just the sword itself. right? Just like medicine, it tastes horrible going down, right? You drink some medicine, it tastes horrible going down, but afterwards you feel better. Why? Because that medicine is a double-edged sword. It's going to taste horrible going down, but it's ultimately there to help you, right? It's not there to taste good. It's not going to taste good, but it's over time, it's going to help you heal. Same with the word of the Lord. You know, if a brother gets corrected by the word of the Lord, it may not feel good, man. Correction does not feel good. Like it says in the book of Sirach, it says that there is a correction, or there is a rebuke that is not comely. All right. Where is that at? Sirach 27. It's like it's Sirach 20. God, all praises. Sirach 20, verse number 1. There is a reproof that is not comely. Again, some man holdeth his tongue, and he is wise. So there is a reproof that is not comely, man. Reproof is not always going to be comely. You know what I mean? The brother may have to get, you know, that tough love, both from his brother or from the Most High. But nevertheless, last time I checked, the Lord, he rebukes and chastens, but he also builds up, man. So where are the brothers that's the same brothers that's taking other brothers down, that's wishing death upon brothers? What about the other thing you're supposed to do, which is to build it back up? If you break down a brother, build him back up, man. You know what I mean? And that's all we saying, right? Have a little mercy, have a little grace, because you have to check the spirit that you're in, right? This is the book of John, chapter 18, verse number 36. It says, Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then will my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. So Yahushua, he understood that the 12 that was about him, the 12 apostles, were ride or dies. He understood that. But he also understood the Father's will, in that he had to die for the nation of Israel. That's why he was allowing these things to happen. But going back to the point is that Yahushua's first ministry, it wasn't all rah, rebuke. Any dude that's going off, wish death upon him, right? Let the Lord destroy him. That's not what the Lord was about, man. All right? And he still isn't. In the third heaven, the Lord is pleading on our behalf right now. The Lord is literally pleading on our behalf that the Lord destroys us not as we speak. And you still have brothers wishing death upon other brothers, right? That believe. Now, let me clarify this. That believe in Yahushua. Last time I checked, Romans chapter 8, verse number 1, there is now no more condemnation to them that believe in Yahushua, right? That's what it says, right? Now, again, are some brothers in the truth not really in it as they say they are? Yeah, of course. And the Lord is going to do what he does. But me personally, according to the precepts, we shouldn't just be condemning brothers to death that believed in Yahushua, that say they believe in Yahushua, right? Can't just condemn brothers to death, because the Lord said, Romans 8, verse 1, there is now no more condemnation to them that believe in Hamashiach Yahushua. All right. So there was one more precept I wanted to get into, but it kind of escapes me. But so with that, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Mamalak, Yahushua. Lord willing, this video is edifying unto you, man. Right? Let's have a little mercy, a little compassion in the last days, because the Lord is having compassion upon us every single day. Lamentations chapter 3, verse number 22 on down, right? The Lord's compassions fail us not. They are new every morning, right? So the Lord has compassion on us every single day we wake up, and he allows us to see another day in this truth. How much more to our other brothers, man, right? And it's like, yeah, I remember that precept, so I'm going to end it off with Hebrews, right? All praises. Hebrews, right, chapter 12, right? Hebrews chapter 12, verse number 23. To the general assembly and church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to God, the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect, and to Yahushua, the mediator of the new covenant, and to the blood of sprinkling that speaketh better things than that of Abel. Right? So Yahushua, he speaks better things than that of Abel, because remember, when Abel was killed unjustly, Abel was crying out to the Lord, Lord, destroy Cain, man. He just killed me in innocent blood. And that's why it says in the book of Genesis, his blood crieth out, right? But Yahushua, he speaks better things than Abel. Yahushua says, forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. That's what he's saying on our behalf right now. Forgive him, Lord. Lord, let him alone this year. And if it bear fruit, well. And if not, then thou shalt cut it down. If any brother knows what I'm talking about in the book of Luke chapter 13, right? That's what the Lord is talking about on our behalf, man. You know? So all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for his grace and his mercy and compassion in the last days, because we all know we need it, man. So with that, Khan, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, hey, Kwam Yashala, the water for tuning in. Khan, all praise to the Most High. Shalom, shalom.